Every age believes its money is different, more advanced, more protected, more permanent. Empires fall, governments vanish, borders shift, but each generation is convinced that this time the system is stable, that this currency is safe, that this promise will last. History disagrees. Again and again, people wake up to discover that what they worked for their entire lives has quietly dissolved. Bank balances become numbers without meaning. Salaries buy less each week. Savings turn into memories. Financial collapse isn't an exception in history, it's the baseline. The real question has never been if systems fail, but who survives when they do. We treat money like bedrock, as if it were solid, permanent, unmovable. But money isn't stone. Money is belief. It exists only because people agree it does. And belief can vanish faster than buildings collapse or armies retreat. That's why history is so unforgiving and so valuable. Every collapse leaves behind patterns, signals, warnings. Those who ignore them lose everything. Those who study them sometimes walk away richer. For centuries, the Byzantine Empire held what the world trusted most: gold. The solidus wasn't just a coin, it was credibility stamped in metal. Merchants from Europe to Asia accepted it without hesitation. It survived wars, invasions, and dynastic chaos. For generations, it was the closest thing to a global currency. Until it wasn't. Slowly, almost invisibly, the gold content was reduced. Not enough to alarm people, just enough to help emperors pay bills they couldn't afford. Trust didn't collapse overnight. It fractured. And when merchants noticed, the illusion was gone. The empire didn't fall that day, but its economic foundation cracked. Those who held land, raw gold, or assets beyond imperial control endured. Those who trusted the coin did not. Sometimes collapse doesn't come from rulers, it comes from nature. The Black Death erased nearly half of Europe's population. Economies didn't just shrink, they inverted. Labor became rare. Survivors gained leverage. Wages rose. Land prices collapsed. Those with liquidity, skills, or stored value moved upward fast. Centuries later, COVID followed the same script. Money was printed. Assets inflated. Those with reserves bought while others fell behind. Pandemics don't destroy wealth evenly. They redistribute it. Florence once ruled European finance. Its banks looked invincible until kings stopped paying. One default collapsed everything. This pattern repeats endlessly. Reputation is not protection. Size is not safety. When institutions fall, they don't absorb your losses. They pass them to you. The American Civil War proved a brutal truth. Paper can be patriotic and still worthless. The South printed until money died. The North inflated until trust bent. Only real assets survived. In Lebanon, banks simply closed. Savings vanished. Currency imploded. Trust died. The lesson was modern, but ancient. Your money in the bank is not yours in a crisis. History doesn't reward trust. It rewards preparation. Real assets, real skills, real awareness. Collapse is tragedy and opportunity. The only question is which side you're on.